Welcome guys, it is the AxeMan here and we are back with another top 5. It's been a while since we've done one of these. I've been asked where the Extinction one is and it is here. So the reason I didn't do it straight away is I wanted to get a feel for all the creatures. I didn't want to just jump straight into Extinction and do this video without actually knowing about them all. So I feel like I've played around with them all quite a lot, and I feel like this list wasn't too difficult to do apart from only having like 6 creatures to pick from, and the one of them not making the list, which it was kind of debatable. So we're not going to include the Titans because they're just like temp tames. We're not including the mech, so it's just the other, and no corruption creatures and stuff. So it's just like, I think there's only like 6 or 7 creatures to pick from, so this list is it won't surprise many of you. But anyway, if you do enjoy this, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss anything else like this. And if you want to see another top 5, top 10, top 7, top 20, I don't know, something about Ark, let me know, give me some ideas and we can maybe do one of them. So enough with me chatting shit, let's get on with it. So in at number 5, this was the hardest thing to pick. So it was between the Magma thing, I don't know how you pronounce it, the Magma and the gas bag. So I'm going to go over kind of both of them. The gas bag is meant to be an early tame, but it is in a stupid place to tame it when you're so early on. It ends up getting itself killed, or a lot of corruption creatures kill it. And it, even though it does have really good weight and you can use, like, you can pack metal into it and stuff, it's just missing out because of the taming on it. It's quite difficult, especially without a trap and stuff. So the Magma thing is going in at number 5. So it's not exactly strong or anything. It's relatively easy to tame. Just get it to come towards you, place a gateway in front of it, and then kind of place one on its backside, and it should be stuck. Easy to knock out. But the reason you want these, they're fast, real fast. Obviously you got the boost and the like kind of the dive bomb kind of thing. That's good for ambushing players, creatures and stuff. They probably won't even see you coming. It's good for a quick getaway. If you're in trouble, you can, you know, skedaddle and stuff. And obviously it's ice breath, which slows creatures down. So it's more of a support creature. You wouldn't use this as your main attack creature. You'd probably have someone or a couple of people riding these, and you'd be on whatever other creature you want to be attacking, your Velonosaur or something like that. So you have these to slow them down. Velonosaur's like using its turret mode and killing stuff like that. But I don't know, it's not awfully strong, it's a bit glitchy. If you've not saw the video of it having babies where it like shoots it to the other side of the map, very weird. But yeah, this is gonna be going in at number 5. Right, so in at number 4, we're going to go for the Enforcer. Now, the reason this is above the Magma thing is it actually has a really good ability. I didn't notice straight away, but it actually does 4 times the damage to corruption creatures. So if you're planning on doing an orbital drop or the vein things, you should bring 1 or 2 of these along because they're going to be doing a lot of damage, especially if you've got a high level one. Also, obviously, they're fast. If you've not rode on one, they're really fast. You could run across the wasteland without anything even catching up with you, which is pretty sweet. It can climb up walls. If you jump and do your right click and stuff and aim it at a wall, it will latch onto that wall. You can use that to ambush players, ambush creatures, get away, hide, whatever you want to do with it, or just, you know, get about and stuff. It's a good creature to get about on. You don't tame these. If you want to get one of these, you have to create one. Not too difficult. If you're looking for high level like Ascendant things, they are quite expensive for what they are. I had like an Ascendant 174 and it did cost quite a lot. I'd recommend getting, if you're gonna go for high level ones, get a Dodic so you can harvest some stuff. But yeah, I mean, I would mainly have this for getting about early on, maybe if you've got just like a primitive one, and using it to kill corruption creatures, because like I said, it does a lot of damage, especially if you've got a really high level one, high melee. Times that by 4, you're gonna be knocking stuff out left, right and centre. Alright, so here comes the big guns. Now, the top 3 altogether were kind of very, very close together, but number 3 we're going to go for the Velonosaur. Now, this is kind of OP. it is stupidly good. I'd recommend getting one of these as soon as you can. They're found in the desert, not too hard to get to, you know, if you spawn in the city or whatnot. But they're powerful. Pump a bit of health on them. They're good at you know, tanking a little bit. It's their attacks. So it's got, if you press C on it, it'll come into like a turret mode, and you can like fire around and stuff. It's amazing. The rate of fire and the power in that is absolutely insane. It can kill creatures before they even get close to you. It's absolutely amazing. You've then got the right click where it kind of flips its tail around and like spikes to shoot out of everywhere and seems to hit all the weak spots on the creatures and just annihilate them. You breed a couple of these with some high melee and a bit of health and get some stamina. Definitely get some stamina, by the way. These are insane. We've had them on our server and we can do all the orbital drops pretty easy with them. Like, they're just incredible. They are honestly like the best creature I've played with in a long time, with just like Rexes, two-shot Rexes, two-shot Spinos. It's Wyverns. Get turret mode on the Wyvern, it kills them. Also, they have a turret mode, so you don't have to ride it, but you can set these up in your base like an actual turret, and they will kill wild creatures, and they don't use ammo or like fuel or anything. Now, they don't do as much damage when they're in turret mode, but so like, I'd say if you're going to use these to protect your base, have a few turrets as well. But I mean, they're free. Like, they're going to be there, and they're amazing. These creatures, they just give so much in PvP and PvE. Like, they are, yeah, like I said, really strong. Pump a bit of health, pump a lot of stamina to them as well, and you've got yourself like a freaking war machine. Right, now here it comes down to kind of your own preference on which creature you think should be 1 and 2. So I've gone for the Snow Owl in number 2. So this is you want this like as soon as you can. This is one of the best flyers you can get, pretty much, I would say. It's got decent health, it's got a good attack, it's got amazing stamina, and it has the ability to heal itself and other creatures around it. And not only that, as it heals them, it will stop them. So if you want to heal yourself and stop a creature attacking you, I mean, it will heal them as well, but you could stop them, get a bit of health, and then run away and stuff. Or you could use it, stop them, place a trap around them and stuff. There's a lot of uses for this owl. But another reason why it was kind of joined in with 1 and 2 is its poop, or pellet, whatever people want to call it. It regurgitates stuff. It's got like bones and stuff in, and it is very special. You can use this for the Gachas, and the Gachas, who we're going to talk about in a minute, they produce these crystals, and you can get some OP stuff from them. And the pellet helps make it like better. You get better stuff with it. So you want to feed the Gachas this pellets and then whatever else they're going to eat. So, and obviously they come from the Snow Owl, so you need a Snow Owl, get a bunch of them. But not only that, like, they are good mounts. They are, like I said, they're fast, good stamina, health. They are just a good all-round creature, and I freaking love it. And they look amazing, and all of it all together. They've got a heat vision as well. I forgot about that. They've got the heat vision, which is obviously aimed at PvP. You can use it in PvE if you're looking for creatures, but PvP, if you're thinking players sneak around your base, get up on your owl, have a quick gander around, see if you can find anyone. It's like, I don't know, it's not OP, but it's close to, like, very close to being a bit too OP. Okay, so in at number 1, no surprise, is the Gacha. So even though this thing cannot fight, just the ability that it has of producing this OP loot, like, it has been nerfed, but it's still amazing. So the way you do this, like, to tame them, it's the easiest thing ever. You go down to the sunken forest, or whatever it's called, drop some stone, like harvest some stone, literally drop it on the floor in front of it, it'll eat it and it'll start taming up. Depending on your server race, it could be like maybe just 400 stone, which you can normally gather pretty quickly. So yeah, leave that tamed up, and then you've just got to sit it in your base and feed it owl pellet, and I would recommend stone or metal. Stone's really easy to get with a Dodex, so I've been feeding it stone. I know a lot of people have been feeding it stone as well, and it will just poop out these crystals, and ever so often there'll be a shiny crystal that comes out, and inside that is going to be something crazy. We've had Ascendant shotguns like Ascendant helmets with like 800 armor and 2000 durability and stuff. Like this stuff is crazy. It used to be even higher, but they nerfed it. But the thing is, on official servers, these tribes that have this stuff are now geared up, so they can't nerf it too much because new people starting will never get to their level. So they have nerfed it, but you still get crazy good stuff like guns with like 300, 400 damage, 1000 durability. These things are crazy. I've got a whole bunch of them. I know everyone else has like farms of these that will just farm out all this loot, and within a few hours you're going to be fully kitted out, head to toe in riot gear. You're going to have shotguns, you're going to have rifles. They are just absolutely amazing, and they look kind of cute. They can harvest, I believe they harvest, don't quote me on this one because I can't actually remember off the top of my head, but they harvest like stone, wood, thatch, fiber. I think they get flint maybe, so they're good for harvesting as well if you've not got a harvest creature. But honestly, just get one of these, put it in your base, and let it just feed it stone and pellet, and let it just bring you the goods. So yeah, quite easily I can see how this one is in at number 1. Alright, so there we go. That's the top 5 extinction creatures. Obviously all the creatures are useful in their own way, but if you're going to rate them which is the best and stuff, then that's probably the list that most people would agree on. Like I said, number 5 is a debatable. If the gas bag was a little easier to tame, then I'd probably push that one up, because the Magma doesn't really have too many uses. But yeah, 1 and 2, again, they're kind of, it depends what you're looking for in a creature, but the OP loot kind of just does it for me that little bit. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you agree with this list, if you disagree. Maybe you think the gas bag's number 1. Maybe you're a crazy person. So yeah, let me know in the comment section and stuff like that. And yeah, don't forget to smash thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, subscribe for all the other stuff, and don't forget to ring that little bell, get enable notifications and stuff. And while you're here, why not check out the Twitter, the Discord, and if you want to become a patron and help support the channel, why the hell not? Go ahead and do that as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all soon.